Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you could hear me. Okay? I don't have my son in here this time. Come on in. Put a 1 if you can hear me in the chat. I just need to see if someone could hear me because I have my charger and I have my Bluetooth on, and I don't know if it's connecting. Put a 1 in the chat for me, or put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. And I have to stay focused on the road because I am live. So whatever happens, it'll be live. Let me know. Can you hear me? Put a 1. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Stephanie or Stephania? I don't know. Before I start talking, I would like to know if you can hear me. And I know it takes a while too for YouTube to get people in, but I don't like to start talking until I know for sure if I could be heard. So please put a 1, someone. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Because I don't want to get started until, okay? Until it's possible to hear me. Can anyone hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Because I need to charge my phone. I don't know if you can hear me, so. I don't even know if you can hear me. Okay. Oh, thank you for letting me know, because I was about to end this live and then come back because I spent too long asking, so I don't like to waste time, especially not now. In my videos, I can't waste time. I don't have the time to waste. But what I want to talk about is a lot of us, there's a term that's going around, and I think it's true if you look at the meaning of it, because I've experienced it. I think a lot of us, we avoid this because we don't want to go through the pain. I know I did for years. I avoided it. I knew it was going to come. I knew it was something I had to go through, and I saw it before I went through it, but I didn't want to go through it, right? And you hear a lot of people talking about this online, and I can resonate with it because I've experienced it. But in order to get to the other side, you have to go through this. A lot of us don't want to go through it because it's too painful. It was too painful. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, but I understand now it's something that I had to experience. And it's called the dark night of the soul. You have to go through that moment to where, and if you look it up, you'll find out that it's just a moment where, you go through a breakup, you lose a close loved one, you feel like God has forsaken you and no one is there. You go through this crisis moment, right? But that crisis moment is only to get rid of things, right? To get rid of things. And I won't say people, because that's not what that is, but to get rid of certain things and to basically rebirth you, right? To rebirth your mindset, to rebirth you, not really, it is to get rid of the you that you knew, right? To get rid of the you that you knew, but not the you who you were born to be, if that makes sense. That dark night of the soul is to get rid of the you that you pretended to be, the you that you were programmed to be, not the you who you were born to be. That dark night of the soul is going to rebirth you to being who you were born to be. Because a lot of us were born into families that have programmed us a certain way. We've been programmed a certain way that always went against who we were on the inside. Only people who get this gonna get it. Like, you were born into that family, right? You were born into that family, mainly your maternal side, because that's where most of us are reared and raised up in. Maternal, not paternal. But you was born into that family, and you were programmed a certain way. That's why you always felt like you didn't fit in. You always felt like you didn't belong. You always felt weird. You always felt different, because you were, right? And that's why when you went through that dark night of the soul, that's why you had to leave. You had to leave everybody. You had to disconnect from certain people. You didn't even understand why you had to do it. You trying to figure out what's going on. And it was painful. But that's what that is. That dark night of the soul is to introduce you to yourself, to introduce you to who you are, not who you were programmed to be, not who people told you you were, not who religion told you you were. Because a lot of us have been programmed by religion, and that's why we ended up in certain relationships that we shouldn't have ended up in, because of religion, because of the programming. Not understanding is more to getting married than just getting married, right? You have to make sure that that person is on the same spiritual wavelength as you. As the word says, equally yoked. You got to make sure you're equally yoked, which means that that person gets you and you get that person. You guys edify one another, nourish one another, uplift one another, right? Same thing with friendships, same thing with jobs. Sometimes we be at these different places and they're not aligned with who we are, and that's why we go through so much turmoil. So I just wanted to come share that. You got to go through that dark night of the soul in order to experience getting to where you should have been. Let me go over here, drive this way. It's a lot going on in this parking lot over here. So that's what I want to come talk to you all about. In order to receive what it is that you should be receiving, you have to go through. Or you have to go through that dark night of the soul. No, it doesn't feel good. You don't know. You're going to think you're crazy. People are not going to understand you. Your world is going to look different. And sometimes you won't be able to handle it, but you just got to go through it. You can't give up, right? You can't give up. That's the thing. You have to know to keep going, because it's easy to give up. I wanted to give up so many times. I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. You're not going to have anyone to talk to. People are not going to understand you. They're going to think you're crazy. You're going to be misunderstood, as you always have. That's nothing new. You've always been misunderstood, right? So, Joseph Smith, the most valuable lesson I've learned so far in life is to trust my discernment. That's the most valuable lesson I've learned in life, to trust my discernment. because I know how powerful I am as a human, and you should too. I know how you should know that you are powerful, that what you have inside of you is enough. You don't have to seek anything outside of you, right? You don't have to seek anything outside of you to know things, because God is within you, right? God is not outside of you. He's within you. I know what we've been told, but he's in you, right? And you just have to tap in and find him. That's why he says seek him. You have to seek him. Seek and you will find. So that's the most powerful lesson I learned, to trust my discernment, because you can't go wrong, because that discernment in me is God in me. He won't steer me wrong. But what happens is we allow people to come in, and we allow people, right? We allow people to come in and distort what we know to be true within ourselves, because we are powerful beings. We are powerful humans. We just have to tap in. We just have to tap in and use our gifts and use our abilities. And that's what I'm learning to do, use my ability that God gave me. Because everything in this world that we see, the cars, the vehicles, the phones, the iPhones, every year it's another level of iPhone, right? It's another level of iPhone. Just imagine the human mind is creating that. I'm getting ready to go into the store. But the human mind is creating that. So just imagine how powerful we are. That a mind, a brain could create something that we all love. Right? Like, it's too much. It's too much. We just have to think about things. We don't take the time to think about things to see how powerful we are. But I gotta go. So that's what I've learned. And I'm trying to tap into my power and my strength. Okay? My abilities. And not be fearful. Yeah, that you can't be fearful, because we are powerful human beings. I think a lot of us fear the power that we have. We do. We fear the power. And I'm just trying to tap into that.